Ma, we on.
Good evening. Good evening out there in virtual land. We are so excited to be bringing back for the second time Mrs. Latia Parker. She's back, you all. Founder, creative, inspirational, powerful, awesome. She's a child of God. That's why we can say she's awesome. God in her is awesome. Caring, always finding ways to give back. This is my niece. And yes, she's back on our show again. So we're going to encourage you all to stop dreaming and wake up, because this is what she did. She is the CFC Foundation and founder, executive director of the CFC Foundation.
EPC or CFC? I'm sorry.
Fruition. And a few is CFC. Her dreams.
PC.
Oh, where did I get?
That's combined federal campaign.
I have CPC Foundation.
Yes. That's
okay. So I used to work in that foundation too, but she is going to tell us just how God blessed her and elevated her. He's not finished with her yet. Y'all young ladies, take it away.
Woo! Oh my God, Tia.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Oh my goodness.
For having me. Thanks for having me.
Yes, I know you have a whole lot of exciting things to tell us. You know, from the last show, you were talking about what you were going to do, your aspirations and all that stuff. So let us know what's going on.
So so since the last show, I had opened up a spa, an oncology spa for cancer patients to come and get massages and facials. And I launched, I will be releasing my book on March the 30th.
Okay.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Yes. What's the name of your book?
It's called Coming Out. The Valley is No Longer an Option.
Wow. I know that
sounds deep, man.
I know that's
Wow. Dream? And let's just go do like a recap of everything. So what was your dream and what has God done?
During
that time.
So my dream was everything happened within a year. Because I launched my foundation on February the 7th of 2021. And then not too long after that, the Lord showed me to open up a spa. And so I started looking for a building, and it was like several buildings, several locations. I've contacted the owners, to lease or whatever. And I never received a phone call back or anything like that. So this one particular building, I actually was on my way from my home from my sister's house, and I was about to get on the highway, and I saw this little sign that says for rent, and I said, okay. So I called my sister and I said, on your way to school tomorrow, make sure you get this number for me because I'm already on the highway. She said, okay. So she got the number for me. She gave me the number. I called them, and immediately the lady was like, oh, you can come in now. And I was like, well, I'm kind of busy. Can I come in on Monday? Because I couldn't just drop everything and just come in. So we scheduled the appointment for that Monday. And when I got there, it was just amazing how they just asked me, like, what are you planning to do? And all of that. So I just told them, like, I just wanted to open up a spa for cancer patients. And I just gave them a little story about my dad or whatever. And so they said, okay. So they took me in the building, and I looked around. And before that, I said, Lord, let's back it up a little bit. So while I was looking, I was like, okay, Lord, I just need like 2 to 3 rooms and I'm good. So as I not really remembering what I said and what I spoke out of my mouth. So I'm like going to these other places, and it was just like one big empty space. And so I said, well, I might can call Patrick, and maybe he can put up some walls, or I can call this person and maybe they could do this. And the whole time the Lord was like, that's not what you asked me for. You asked me for 2 to 3 rooms. So when I walked in that building, I was like, I just looked and I was like, oh my goodness, it's 3, actually it was 4 rooms, but one of the rooms I made it an office. 4 rooms. And so I was like, oh my goodness, Lord, like really, like this is it. So then as I was talking to the owner, I said, what do I need? I said, I like it. Is enough room and all that. I asked him about the rent. He said, the rent was this amount. I'm going to bring it down. They brought it down $700.
Wow.
$700. And then after that, they gave me about 3 months rent free. And so I asked them, I said, because the walls weren't painted. So I was like, oh, I can paint the walls. Like, okay, that's, And so I asked them, I said, so what do I need to qualify? Because usually when you go into a building, when you're leasing anything, they ask you for documentation to make sure that you're able to pay the rent. And he said, oh, nothing. You already told me what you want to do with it.
Wow.
I said, really? He was like, yeah.
Jesus.
And I said, he was like, give me the security deposit and we'll give you the keys. Oh, give me the security deposit and make sure that you have insurance. Show proof that you have the insurance for the building and we'll give you the keys. So maybe like a couple days later after that, I got my keys.
Wow.
I got my keys. And so, and even during that process, I had a lot of help. My massage beds, somebody gave them to me. One girl said she went to school to be a massage therapist. And we were just talking and she was like, girl, I got a massage therapist. I got a massage bed in my house and it's still in a box. I never used it. The massage bed is like, that massage bed she gave me was $400 or more. I looked it up online. It was like almost $500. I said, are you serious? And then the other young lady, I was talking to her and she said, oh, you can have, I got a new one. You can have it. So I was like, I'll pay you for it. She was like, no, you can have it.
That's awesome.
So, and then not only that, but just like how my family just pitched in, came in, we cleaned, painted the walls, put things together, all of my not all of my siblings, but my siblings and my mom, like we went there each day just to clean. So it was just, it's just amazing how the amount of help that I'm getting. And even down to my massage therapist, the massage therapist, she
I'm going to show the video while you're talking. Okay.
So okay. Even down to the massage therapist, how she was just so helpful and was, telling me certain things, showing me certain things and teaching me certain things. Cause I never went to school to be a massage therapist. So I wouldn't even know. I'm just doing what the Lord just told me to do. And it's just been an amazing, it's just been amazing. It's been amazing. And, I would be transparent. It could be hard too. And it's just, I feel like it was hard because when the Lord gives you something, of course, you're going to have that warfare because the enemy don't want you to help those. He don't want to see people to be saved. He don't want to see people, he want people to stay in a low place. So of course you're going to have that. You're going to get that. You're going to have that, that feeling of like giving up and things like that. But I've learned, and I'm still learning, that I have to trust what the Lord said, what he told me, and I have to remember what he said and keep it moving.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's just been amazing. And a lot of people that call is, it's funny how, like how my marketing. So I do a lot of, I know people see me on Facebook, they see me on Instagram. And I, send out my postcards and things like that. But a lot of times when they call and book an appointment or just ask questions, I ask them like, okay, how did you hear about me? Oh, I just put in massages and you just came out.
No,
and I'm just
wow.
Yeah. And so a lot of them, a lot of people that call, majority of them, they just look me up and I just pop up.
That's
and
incredible.
So that is amazing. And then this one lady called, she called me and she said, yes, I want to book an appointment with you. And I asked her again, how did you find out? She said, oh, I was just looking for a massage and I pulled you up and I saw you. She came in there and she looked around. She said, I like it in here. And so she went to the bathroom. She came back and she said, are you filled with the Holy Spirit? I looked at her. I said, yes, ma'am. She said, I can tell.
Wow.
I love it here. And the next day she called again. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's just amazing. So here's the spirit night. So if you are watching, we are doing another spirit night. It's going to be on March the 29th. It's going to be at the same place on Joppa Road, the Chick-fil-A on Joppa Road. And the hours are from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
So if you're not doing anything, come out on spirit night. Just make sure that you say that you're there for the CPC Foundation.
Okay.
And then all of the proceeds, well, not all of them, but a certain percentage of the proceeds will go to the foundation.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is awesome, man. I'm looking and I'm listening to you and I'm looking at this and
these are my 3 rooms.
I know. I'm like, I can't even, I don't even have words.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have words. But I'm like,
yeah, they're gonna need their address again, Tia, and the date again.
Oh,
I guess
I'm sorry.
Just
maybe Tish can. I'm sure she did it. She's the producer.
March the 29th.
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
Yes, ma'am. March the 29th.
And it's clean. The floors are clean, and the walls. You know how you go to places and. And it's suspect. You like, I don't know if I want to take my shoes off,
Right. Well, we have a cleaning service. The Seaprints Cleaning Company.
I know that's right.
That's right. Your sister.
My sister.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. And she's doing an amazing job. Because even people that come through me through the CPC Foundation and they need someone to come and clean, I sent her a few clients to go and clean their houses. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
So it's amazing. And even when I started when I opened up the foundation, this lady called. I remember it was yesterday. She called and she said, first she called and said, do you just offer services to cancer patients? I said, well, that's the main thing I do offer. It is for cancer patients, but anyone can come and get a massage or facial. And she was like, okay, I'm looking through your website and I'll give you a call back. I said, okay. She called me back maybe 2 minutes later and she said, you know that you are a blessing. And I said, thank you. I said, okay. And she said, because the Lord had told her to start a cancer foundation.
Wow.
And she said she had all of her pieces to the puzzle. The last piece was a massage. She said she said she was getting frustrated. She was upset. She said, I said, Lord, you gave me this. So why don't I have this piece? She said after she said that, she was on her way to work. She saw my sign. And she said, you are my last piece.
Wow. That's tremendous.
Oh my God.
That's tremendous.
Can I use awesome again just this time? Because can I use awesome?
Just one more time.
God is awesome. God is awesome.
Just one more time.
It's a God thing. It's a God thing.
Yeah, it is.
Your heart is in the right place He will make everything possible. He opens doors.
Yes.
When you're
Yeah.
doing the right thing, when your heart
Right.
is,
Yeah.
The heart is in the
girl,
right
this
place.
is God.
The motives
Yeah.
are in the right place.
Right. And then she's walking in obedience because God told her to do it, you know? So when God tells you to do something and you walk in that obedience,
Yeah.
you know, he opens doors.
He will
makes
provide.
room, you know?
Yes.
That's powerful. Oh, that's powerful.
Yes.
That is so
Room.
awesome.
Yeah.
Make room. I like the rooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goodness.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
is
Wow.
so
Ken is here.
good.
Hi, Ken. He said, "Hi, family."
Oh, hi, Ken.
But it was
Oh
like we were
my.
talking about last time we had you
Hi.
on the show. Oh,
Is everything okay?
yeah. We were talking
Oh.
about the last time we had you on the show. You were literally on here prophesying. Like, I was like, "What do you want to do?" Well, next thing I want to do is open up an oncology spa, and then boom, that happened.
Oncology spot.
I'm not just talking about your book. Then you were saying, "Oh, this lady wants to
Right.
help me put together my devotional," and you said, "I'm working on that." And so now here it is. God did that too. It's so awesome, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just so, can you talk about your book?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Woo.
So I started my book before my dad passed. I started my book, and when he got sick, I put it down because I had to help with him or whatever, and I didn't pick it back up. And so it was a service that I went to. A prophet came to me. She said, first she was actually talking to someone that was sitting next to me. She walked away from that lady, turned back around and looked at me and said, "And why you're not, what's going on with your book? Why did you stop writing your book?" And I just looked at her like, okay, all right. Like, okay. So I went back and I just picked it back up and I started writing my book, and it was taking me some time to write it. Like, I was just like, okay, I would skip like days and go back in days. So this young lady, she came to me and she said, "I want to help you write your book." Or she said, "Publish my book."
Wow.
And so I said, okay. So we met, and she said, I'm gonna help you. Like, we're gonna get this done. Like, now we're gonna get this done. And she started like formatting it and things like that. She said, "I want you." And I said, okay, I'm going to finish my book within 30 days. Wow. I'm going to finish my book within 30 days. I finished my book in 30 days.
Wow.
Writing it.
Wow.
And so my book is really is a 31-day devotional book. And the Lord gave me that because during the time of my dad, during that period where he was sick, I remember a pastor gave my mom healing scriptures. Like, it was like a pack of cards, and it was healing scriptures.
Okay.
And my mom said, read these to your dad in the morning. She will read them at night, some at night, and I will read them in the morning to him. But I realized that not only was it helping him, it was helping us.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I believe that the scriptures weren't really for him. The scriptures was so that we can get through.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
And so as I was reading the scriptures, and I'm just like, it was just helping me. It was helping me get through the process, because my dad, he was diagnosed in June and he passed away in November. So we didn't really have the time to process what was going on. We didn't really have the time to, like, it seemed like everything was quick. We had to make a decision whether or not he was going to have surgery. We had to make a decision whether or not he was going to take chemotherapy. We had to make a decision whether or not everything was just like a quick response. You got to make a quick decision. Quick. And so I didn't, or my family, we didn't, or my mom, we didn't have the time to process anything. And when your mind is all over the place, you don't know what to do. And it's just, some people can't come out from that. They still stuck in that place. They can't, they start to get depressed. All these emotions just start building up. But as I read the word of God, it helped me get through. It helped me to move forward. It helped me to, and even reading the word of God and going through that with my father was training for me so that I was able to do the CPC Foundation. So I was able to open up the spa and now open up and now launch my book to help those to come out of their valley. Because just because you lost something, you still have a father that will take care of you and that's there for you.
Yeah.
And so I wrote the book so people don't have to sit in their low place because they lost something.
Yeah.
It's just like Jesus. He was he was the only son. And he had to give him up. So it's like, it's just amazing. So I wrote the book. And it has like, I have the scriptures in there. I also have like an inspiration in there. And then I have declarations in there because I want people to speak certain things over their life. Speak that you're healed. Speak that you are beloved of God. Speak that you are, righteous. Speak these things in your life. Speak that you will have peace. Speak that you won't be bound to negative thoughts. Speak those things over your life so that you can overcome it, so that you can be what God wants you to be. As long as you stay low and as long as you stay bound, you can't be what God wants you to be because you're so wrapped up in, things that, and so I believe that going through that and reading the scriptures and was training and was to help me to get where I needed to be and to move forward.
Wow. Yeah.
Yes. And your healing that's part of your healing. Now you setting the stage for what's next. There's no stopping you now. It's no stopping because the Lord has launched something in your spirit.
Yes.
And you got to keep on going. Now, this came to pass in a few months. Now, what's next?
What's next?
Wow.
Woo! I have another book that I'm working on.
Okay.
That will be, I'm working on that book. And I'm just still, the Lord, this morning, he said, retreat. And so I'm still, that's where I would say I will be going, that will be next.
Okay.
Is to help those to be free. To be free. Yeah. So
that's good. I have a question. So I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. What?
Ask your question. Can I say where can we get the book? Where can they get
you want to know about the book? Okay.
Real quick, Mel. I just want to know where,
because you can pre-order
the
book.
So you can go to, if you go on, if they're on Facebook or Instagram, there's a link that they could click on, Linktree/Latia Parker, or they can go to payhip.com/Latia Parker Ministries.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mel.
All right, let me go on with my question. So I'm just curious. You had all of this, stuff in your head, whatever. You were dreaming and imagining things, whatever. So what made you walk in it and stop being disobedient? What made you to move on to, what your dream was? Does that make sense?
I would say just wanting to please God, number one. And just wanting to help people, wanted to help those that are in my situation or that once was in my situation. And just being obedient to God. Like,
okay.
When you say yes, you say yes. Regardless of, throughout this whole journey, yes, I was scared to do it, but I said yes. No matter
Mm-hmm.
what the cost, no matter what it is, I said yes. So if the Lord said, I want you, because if I would have said no, those people that I've helped and that responded and said, you helped me today. Those people that are attached to me, if I say no, and if I abort my assignment, then all those people, like, I would have just left them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so just doing what God want me to do. He didn't abort his assignment so that I can be saved.
And you
Mm-hmm.
answered the question I had. You did answer a question. I was asking, did you feel a little fear? You didn't feel.
I
did say
did.
you felt a little fear. Okay.
Yeah.
That was my question. So do you mind sharing some of your fears? Because, you know, so many people, they don't walk out into what they're supposed to do because of fear.
Right.
You know, so do you mind sharing some of your fears?
Mm-hmm. So, I felt in some situations, I felt like, one of the things I was afraid of is, did I hear him correctly?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the beginning, I did. Like, okay, did I hear you correctly? Also, once I realized I heard him, I started to feel like, okay, what's next? What to do? Because you don't have, like, sometimes he show you things at the last minute. And I'm not a last minute person. Like, me, doing things at the last minute, it caused me to be like, oh my goodness, what I gotta
Anxiety.
do? What? Yes. I can't, I just don't like it. And then also feeling afraid to fail.
Wow, that's huge.
Afraid to fail and then also afraid that I'm not going according to his plan.
Okay.
Because sometimes, like, he can show us things, but then sometimes our feelings get in the way, so we want to veer off and do something else that we think is best. But not staying on the plan, not staying on his path. So I had that fear. The fear of people not showing up, people not coming in. You know, just a lot. It's like the fear of not being able to pay the bills. So you have all these different, but like I said, I have to remind myself that this is what he gave me. And so if this is what he gave me, then I have to lean on what he said and say, okay, Lord, this is what you gave me. This is yours. You gotta make a way somehow. And so I try to stay focused. And even on my desk, like at the spa, I have, like, you know, little words, little things that someone, you know, a word that someone gave me, and I put it there because sometimes I have to remind myself, like, okay, let me read this, because sometimes you get discouraged. You don't always, every business is not always like, yeah, I got a business. It's not always that. Some days you feel like, okay, I feel like shutting my doors. Some days you feel like giving up. But then sometimes I have to look over to the side and look at this sticky note to kind of remind me, like, okay, this is what you said. And then I start feeling better and I keep it moving. But, you know, it's not. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I have a question. Now, you are a very busy lady, and you have you have a lot of tasks on your hand. You have your job. First of all, you have your family. You know, you have your husband, and you have your church, and you have your career. So you are super busy. And
you didn't say children.
I say family, children. And I know they have her mothers or brothers, so they all play a part, but you immediate family they have to be supportive too,
Yes.
and the God is carrying you
Absolutely.
through all of that. So tell us how you deal with all of that.
Wow.
So I would consider myself organized. And
Okay.
so
You are
I
organized,
have
T, because you had a planning business, and you know what I'm saying, event planning.
Yeah.
If you have
That's
event plan, you have to be organized.
That's
so
so
I
true.
understand.
That was
You know,
beautiful.
Lord showing you stuff at the last minute. You like, wait a minute, we were supposed to have this
She was
done 2
beautiful.
weeks ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I
Right.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You gave that up too, Tia? You gave that up? Your planning and your decorating, all that stuff?
I didn't
Oh.
give it up. I kind of put it to the side. I'm gonna say
Mhm.
that.
You were an artist. You're an artist in that. And your
So, Mom, let her
dance.
answer
Thank
your
you.
question.
So I so what I do is I have an Excel spreadsheet, and I plan out my day. So from this hour, from this time to this time, I'm doing this, and when that time is up, I drop it.
Love it.
And then I go to the next thing, and I go to the next thing, and I do that so that I can stay on track,
Mhm.
and so I won't overwhelm myself, because I do have a lot of things going on.
Mhm.
And so I just have an Excel spreadsheet, and I just stay on it. Sometimes I might be off a little and do something else, but
That's good.
that's what I usually do. I follow my spreadsheet, and then I also sometimes, some days I just be like, all right, Lord, what you want me to do today?
Mhm.
What you want me to do? Because
Right.
sometimes I don't have I just try to get away from it, because sometimes I got to get away from it
Yeah.
and just do absolutely nothing. And
Mhm.
so I'm like, all right, Lord, what you want me to do today? And sometimes I just listen to music. Sometimes I just read my Bible. Sometimes I study. I just, and he's with me, and I try not to bring any of it home. At first I would bring it home, bring my work home. I try not to bring anything home. I used to do it every day, like just bring my iPad, open it up and do things. And I'm just like, no, I have to, still, I'm a wife, and I have children. So I kind of, do everything at the spa. If I'm not at the spa, I ain't doing anything. I try not to.
Oh, that is so good.
That's
I try not
good.
to.
I want to
That's
say,
good.
Yeah.
Brenda is at work. She said, "I'm at work. Tell Tia God is awesome in her." And I want
Thank
to
you.
say another note to say on your desk when we want to give up or when we're not doing something, we have to tell ourselves it's not about me.
Say that
Say
again.
that
I'm sorry.
again.
You tell
We can't
yourself
hear you.
it's not about me. Like
Oh.
another note to put on your desk when we want to give up and we, you know what I'm saying, when we get tired and
Yes.
frustrated, it's like another note to say it's not about me. This is a God
yes.
thing. It's not about me. So I just
Yes.
gotta, keep journeying through it because it's not about
Yes.
me. It's a bigger picture.
Yeah.
There are people who
Right.
need me. So if I quit, they're not going to get that help. Then I'm
Yeah.
supposed to give
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
true.
then
That
you
is
do
so
need
true.
a me day too. You do need a me day. Just rest,
Oh,
relax, and
Yes.
do nothing. Walk through the park
Yeah.
for a jog or something. Just
Yeah.
clear your head. You do need that.
And you know what I was
I do.
thinking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I was thinking about we need to just be honest with ourselves, because sometimes our intentions are not to help other people. Our intentions are to be a millionaire, and that's it. And and we don't necessarily think about, I need this money so I can do this and help these people or whatever. So God knows your heart. He knows your intentions.
Right.
So since you had that, the right intentions to help other people, I believe that's when the resources started coming, because you were honest about, what you wanted to do, and you knew your why. You knew your why.
That's good.
Some people don't know, they can just sing or whatever, but they don't know why they're singing. They can, be creative in certain things, but they don't know why. So once you know your why, I believe those resources and things will come.
And I
Yes,
think like
absolutely.
the topic through the eyes of a dreamer. We all have dreams, but we don't
Yeah.
always see them through. We don't always write them
Right.
down. We don't
So
always
true.
write
Lazy.
them out, but we all have dreams. And how long have
Oh,
we
we
sat
lazy.
on our dreams?
Procrastinating.
You guys, we
Yes.
got Tia here through the eyes of a dreamer.
Yeah.
Testimony is saying, I dreamt, God showed me, God gave me this dream, and I saw it through. I took that dream, I took that vision, and I
Yes.
ran with it.
And made it a reality.
Yeah,
When you
absolutely.
take it and run with
Right.
it, God is already ahead of you. But if you don't
Mhm.
run, you're not going to get to the
Yes.
point where God is to help you. If you standing still, God is already up there
Yes.
waiting on you to run up to that point. And he was like, it's already set in motion. You don't even know
Right.
because you
Mhm.
won't get up and go out to get it.
And
Right.
another
Yeah.
thing, Tish, a lot of people just people pleasers and not God pleasers.
That's so
And
true.
people
Right.
are so selfish, they will drown your dreams because they want you to fulfill their dreams. But
Mhm.
sometimes you have to be bold enough, not intimidated, and go on. It takes a lot of courage for that.
Right.
A lot.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
and
actually,
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tia.
because actually, to be honest with you, I couldn't imagine myself doing anything like this. I graduated college to be an accountant, to be a CPA. Numbers is my thing.
Right.
Numbers is my thing.
Right.
I was the child that I didn't like hospitals. I didn't like nursing homes. I didn't like the smell of it. I didn't like blood.
Wow.
I didn't like any of that. But God changed that. He changed it. I was a numbers person. I took up accounting in high school. I took up accounting in college. I'm a financial analyst for the government. So numbers was my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been times where I would have to, give my dad his insulin. And I would shake like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Wow.
But he changed all of that. He said, And I remember my dad telling me, I remember me and my dad, we were talking and we were playing with each other. And he would say, you ain't gonna take care of me when I get old because you mean you ain't doing it.
Wow.
And I would say, I ain't taking care of you. I'm gonna hire somebody to take care of you. That's what I would say, right? And who was there? Who had to take care of him? The Lord said, "Oh, you do this."
He had to take care of her daddy.
But and the thing about it, that's why the hospitals get on smells to us because we're supposed to be there.
Yes.
So whenever you don't want to do something, that's because you're supposed to be there.
Wow, isn't that
right? Right.
Yeah.
I did not.
Mom was saying lazy. Everybody's not lazy. Sometimes they're just fearful. That's why I was asking, if she minds sharing some of her fears, because some people are fearful to get out there. And so we have to just face our fears and just keep moving, keep moving. Because you'll never get anywhere if you just, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. And even to this day, like I'm still scared. I'm scared of like him showing me something else and like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? How it's still some butterflies there. It's still, but I find when when you're scared, you can depend on God and he will lead the way, and it's just, I just thank God. And every time he show up, it just increases my faith. It allows me to say, oh, wow, Lord, like, you're the bomb.
Right. You're awesome.
Right. Yeah, it allows my faith to increase, and it allows me to see that, God is with me. He's with me.
Yeah.
So what is your motivation, T? What motivates you?
I asked the question after. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ma. I didn't hear you ask the question.
I just was saying, I forwarded a video to my daughters today, and I'm going to definitely forward it to you. It's from TD Jakes, peaceable transfer of power. He
Wow.
says when power meets power. And he talked about Saul's power met Jesus' power. But Jesus, and this is something to encourage y'all. Say when power needs power, say you have a different stance altogether. So you have a different look. Say when power figures walk in a room, people have to take note because it's a difference. So I want you to view that. It's going to help you. It's going to really not help you, but it's going to do something to you.
We gotta have TD Jakes on our show when we give him a shout out. So
It's going to boost you. It's so good. It is so good to you. It almost had me in tears. It's good. I want you to listen to it. I'll forward it tonight. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, can I get back to my question, Ma?
Yes. So, just I would say what motivate me is just seeing or hearing people, you know, coming out and just feeling like they, you know, feeling hope, like not people that are feeling hopeless, feeling like they have hope again, or feeling like they can get through, they can overcome, they can, you know, just seeing that and hearing that motivates me to keep going. People, you know, people will send me emails and say, oh my goodness, I received your box. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I'm so excited about this. Oh my goodness, I get emails and it motivates me to keep going because that's another person that feel God's love. That's another person that I'm having. That's a soul, you know. It's some people that don't even want to go to church or don't even want to know anything, don't even want to have a relationship anymore because of what they're going through. But just being able to help people to get back to God, help people to understand that, you know, yes, you're going through that, but we serve a mighty God. He's a healer, you know, he's there to take you through, you know what I'm saying? Even if he don't, you know, heal your situation, but he can heal your mind. He can transform your mind. He can renew your mind. He can restore you, even in your situation. So, that motivates me. That book motivates me to just keep pushing, to keep going.
Wow.
Hope in someone's eyes. It's like it's a wonderful thing when you when you see hope in somebody's eyes when they come to you, and sometimes they look dead. Their eyes look dead. They look so messed up, and then you just see them lighten up. You know, everything. Yes. Wow. You know, God, you did it today. You did it again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just so full. I'm sorry. I'm just full. I mean, I feel like a tingling in my hands, and when I can still picture your spa. I can see it. You know, when Tish was showing the video, I could see all of those rooms. I'm like, this is beautiful. And another thing,
awesome the whole time.
Another thing I was thinking about was with your event planning. That went into, I was like, oh yeah, I can see T's hand on that. I can see us, you know, put all that stuff together because everything was working out, even with all the skills and stuff that you have, you were able to implement those and use those inside of your oncology shop. Hello. So nothing went wasted. None of your skills, none of your abilities are wasted. It's all in.
Even the numbers, you had to have the numbers to do all that stuff. To put
so true.
Tell us about the time you would try to get somebody to do your website or something, and Lord showed you how to do it. I believe
the Lord shows me how to do really everything. My website. Right.
You were waiting on somebody.
I was waiting on someone to help me with my website. I think they were going to charge me maybe $800 or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'm the type of person, if I can learn it on my own, if I know how to do it, then I'm going to do it. Just to save some, you know, save money. And so I was like, all right, Lord, you're going to have to show me how to, you know, get this together, how make sure everything connects, make sure that people can swipe their cards and the money goes into my account, all that stuff. So, and he was just showing me, even down to my book. When I put my book on online, you know, I was able to create, you know, my website for that, and people can even do an ebook. They can, you know, do, you know, purchase the pre-order. And so he's just been showing me how to do things, how to do my website, even like, you know, even to like updating my website, like go on it. Oh, I need to add this, and I'll go back on it and I'll add that and add this. And like this one lady went on my website and was like, she said, how long have you been in business? And I was like, oh, just a year. She was like, a year? She was like, I thought she was doing this for a couple of years. I said, no, ma'am, just a year.
Wow.
So he's been showing me, and I'm learning to just always ask him, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do? What's your plan? I need the strategies to this. I need the strategies for that. Because I learned in the beginning that when I was trying to do it based off of what I thought was the way to go, it didn't work for me. And so when I asked him, all right, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
And I start seeing the results. And that's just period. In our lives, we have to make sure, like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do today? Because, you know, I want to make sure that I'm staying in your will. I want to make sure that I'm doing things the way it's planned. Because when I veer off and do what I want to do, when you tell me to go right and I go left, then the results from going left going to cause me to want to give up, going to cause me to want to, you know, throw in a towel, going to cause me to be like, oh, this ain't for me. So I'm learning to do that as well. Because in the beginning, I wasn't doing that. I was to a certain point, but then there were times where I would be like, oh, I'm going to do this because I saw this person over here doing that. So it worked for them. So it should work for me.
Wow.
But that's not how it is.
Wow.
So I've learned, and I'm still learning.
Yeah. Because he's a web designer too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
You know what? And the thing
He's a
about
contractor, construction worker. He does landscaping. He's a composer. He's an author.
Right. And see, the thing about it, he did say, in all thy ways acknowledge me, and I'm going to do
right.
it. Yeah. You know, a lot of people say, you know, y'all just think y'all ask God, y'all think he's just talking to y'all all the time. But I think he can, like, when you acknowledge him in all thy ways, and he'll direct you. He's actually talking to you, nudging you, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like he does talk to all the time.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's in the book. 66 books, thousands and thousands.
He knows everything. He's all knowing. He just
That's right. And then it says, in all your ways. I mean, every single thing you do, acknowledge me. You know, and he'll direct the path.
Whatever you don't have,
absolutely
makes that difference. When my mother, my father forsaken, the Lord would take me up. You know, he would do all of those things. He's everything.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And he does a good job, an excellent job. He does.
He does.
He does.
He does. To make you waste your material or anything. You don't have to. There's no waste in God. He doesn't produce junk. What?
He doesn't what?
He does not produce.
He doesn't waste anything.
Just enough, just the right amount.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just excited about where he's taking me, where he's going to take me. I'm excited and nervous at the same time because, you know, just God will blow your mind and you're like, wait a minute, what?
And a New York minute like that.
Like, right. Yeah. So let me just say,
look at the other show, y'all.
I was going to say, well, kind of like that. But in the first show when you were on, Tia, you probably don't even realize you were saying you want to do an oncology spa. You know, you probably didn't realize that. You know what I'm saying? That you were saying, oh, I'm about to go to my next step, you know? And I was looking at that. You guys have to see that other show. It was episode 8. And oh man, I was looking at it a little bit. And I mean, just to hear Tia, she was saying, and all of this stuff wasn't even in fruition yet. No. And she was just saying, I'm ready. Wherever God wants to take me, you know, whatever is next, Lord, you know, and it was just so powerful to hear those words a year ago, and then to see this fruition, you know, it's just so powerful. It lets you know how faithful God is. And he's not, God is not through. That's right. He's not finished.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
so powerful.
You were like on the other show, you were like, and this is going, you had your, and this is going global. I'm going global. So
you said it. You did.
Exactly.
We got proof. It's on our show.
And so listeners need to understand that there's power in your words.
In your words.
Power in your words, whether they're positive words or negative words.
So
we
true.
Bring our words to life, and that's why we have to watch over our words.
But you have whatever
positive over what God called you to do, and it'll happen for you. But you gotta work.
That's right.
You gotta work that.
That's right.
Work the plan and plan the work. Like,
that's right.
You gotta plan the work and work the plan. Yeah.
And then you continue to speak it out of your mouth, you know, and then you get faith to do it, you know, because you keep saying, I'm going to do it, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then that builds up your faith to go ahead and do that, you know, whatever it is you want to do, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Because faith cometh by hearing.
You got to keep doing as an action.
Action. That's true.
Action is never still. Action
is
always
keep moving.
Right.
That's right. Keep moving.
Keep moving.
And whatever you need will come. Whatever you need it will come. The money will come. Don't even worry about it. It will come. When people see you do well, you will end up being well. You know, you do well, it will
and
follow
you anticipate. You anticipate the next move. You anticipate the next step. So you keep moving. You anticipate, you know. And sometimes, you know, like I believe when God was telling Tia, it remind me of Abraham. You know, God said, just keep walking, Abraham. I'm gonna show you something.
Right.
It was like, whatever you said, do this, but how am I gonna do this? And what's the next step?
Where you are.
What's that, Mom? Miss what she said.
I said Abraham had to leave from where he was.
Leave from where
That's right.
Receive it.
If she didn't know where she was, she wouldn't be able to walk into the promise.
That's right.
Hello. Y'all saying something up in here?
Because it was something that happened in that grand opening, and your pastors were saying that they left their beds and they began to pray in that building, in that spa, and they began to pray. Remember Tia?
Yes.
Woo, don't cry, Letitia. Oh,
yes.
And they were like, they came there and they anointed that place. And then you said the lady came in.
They sure did.
Are you saved? I feel, and it was like the atmosphere in there. You feel God in there.
Oh man!
Because it was already saturated. You know what I'm saying? Before we
right.
It took your pastor, your leader. So that's why leaders got to really support their people. You know what I mean? Because all of it works together, and we will all grow together. But leaders have to support you, and your leaders, they really supported you on this. They were there, you know, with you every step of the way with the prayer, supporting you in prayer. They were fasting and all that kind of stuff. Like, oh, this is going to happen.
Right. And atmosphere.
They sure did.
I'm sorry. And atmosphere is important. You know, when somebody is going through, you know, they ready to give up, like Tia was saying, and they ready to give up hope, you know, and they come into this atmosphere, you know, and they feel something. They don't know what it is because they might not know God, but they feel something, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like what they're going through, sometimes it just leaves them, you know, they just come into that atmosphere, that presence, you know, and then there's healing. Sometimes in the good atmosphere, there is healing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so when you walk in, oh my God, when you walk into that atmosphere, you feel the presence of God, healing takes place in your life.
It's spotless too. Her place is so spotless.
It is.
Cleanliness. Absolutely. Was next to godliness. It's so clean. And those scriptures on the wall.
It's
Oh,
powerful.
God.
Absolutely,
just
the word of God.
saturated my
Mommy
soul.
saw that word,
Yeah.
in the word with Mary Farmer. She was like, "Oh, the Bible, the scriptures. Oh Lord, I see the scriptures on the wall. Lord, have mercy. Oh, I got life."
And the word is life. The word of God
Yeah.
is life.
Sis, did you put the link to her spa on the chat?
I put the not
Because I'm looking on there. Y'all need to book y'all services.
I put it on.
I'll put y'all massages. They got a Swedish massage. It's an aromatherapy massage, deep tissue massage, reflexology. I'm telling y'all, if y'all need some stress reliever in your life or something,
Yeah.
go to this. Was it Oncology by CPC?
Guess what, Melanie? I'm not
Spa.
telling you to go there. I'm going there myself.
Okay, I'm going too. And I hope I see y'all out there on virtual land. Y'all see me out there at the spa because I'm gonna get my massage.
Oh, that's right. I need a massage.
Tell me about those.
I need a massage every single day.
Yes.
Get prices for your because somebody gave it to me for my birthday, and I'm going there when the weather breaks. I'm going there when I'm, just relax. Yeah, just tell me what to do, what to wear, because I want to be comfortable.
Wear clothes, you're gonna take them off.
Oh goodness! Did you hear?
You wear
just
what you want to wear, but you don't have to. You don't have to undress. They ask you whatever makes you comfortable. So if you want to take off your clothes, you can. If you want to leave your clothes on, they'll massage you with your clothes on.
Oh, I want to leave my clothes on.
Yeah, but not with a coat, man. Not with a coat and
I figured that.
And the scarf and the hat. You gotta take that stuff off. I'm just saying.
Mel, you are not right. You
You see mommy walking in this. No, she said I can leave my clothes on. I'm just gonna leave.
No, you are not right. For real.
I figured that.
Oh,
But Mom, you have to come dressed in a certain way because you like to layer. So you can't wear all the layers.
Right. Because you won't feel nothing. You won't feel their hands rubbing on your back or nothing.
Your massage is not going to be helpful.
You'll get a rash from them rubbing your clothes.
Mom, Brenda said, "It's okay, Mom. It's okay."
Thank you, Brenda.
I know.
Thank you, daughter.
It's okay. These children, they ain't no count.
Right.
Brenda.
Yeah. But we can't veer away from the awesomeness of God,
Oh, absolutely not.
Move out into your promise, because the topic of this is through the eyes of a dreamer.
Yeah.
So God can make your dreams come to fruition.
Yes.
In our midst. We have a female Joseph in our midst.
That's powerful.
Ended up in the second of a whole nation.
Yes.
Ooh, come on now.
Yes.
That one again. Oh, that was powerful.
Yes. A female Joseph.
Yes.
Oh, yes. He was in the pit. And he ended up from there to the prison to the palace. Second in command. My Lord.
God.
People had to bow before him. Yes, because he was displaying God. He even married a daughter of a priest. Don't tell me what God can't do.
Come on now.
Yes, that's powerful. Oh, that's powerful.
Yes.
Joseph. Oh my God. That's awesome.
Don't be afraid to dream. Dream big.
That's right.
I remember my girlfriend she would say, don't ask God for a quarter. Ask him for millions. Don't cut him short a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Right.
Right.
If you want to do something for others. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have 2
good.
minutes. So do you have anything final thoughts?
Oh, you said Tia?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just want to just encourage people to, when God gives you something, your freedom is in your obedience.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people want to, do their own thing or whatever, have their own ideas or have their own desires or whatever. That's fine. Mm-hmm. But when the Lord gives you something, go forth and do it and trust him. Trust him completely, trust the Lord and follow and go through with it, because in the long run, you will be blessed. You will be blessed for it. And so I just want, yes, you may, have some type of fear, but always remember what the Lord told you. Always go back to what he said, because he will not lie. So if he said it, it's going to happen. But if you don't go forth with it, then you're aborting your assignment.
Wow.
And so everybody that's attached to you will not have the liberty or will be set free from whatever they're going through, because you decided not to do what the Lord told you to do.
Wow.
No, thank you so much. We're
You're
Yes.
welcome.
our invitation to come on here. Go to that spa. We're going to put all of her information, the spa, the book, the foundation, and everything in our YouTube page. Go on that YouTube page and subscribe. Chilling with the girls, we're revamping ourselves, and we are going to go to the next level.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
We want you to support
Blow
our
your
cousin.
mind.
We want you to support our cousin. We love you, Tia.
Absolutely, we do.
Love
So much for coming on.
Absolutely.
We will see you
Yes.
all next
Welcome.
week on
Okay.
Chilling with
Thanks
the
for
Girls.
having
Chilling with the girls.
All right.
Bye.